stylish. Masterpiece, body. Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team, and we riding on it. Yeah, more action than
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down now, Moses, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
For the Texans here, you wonder just how long it's going to take to get over the loss to the Chiefs in the postseason last year. In the divisional round, where the Texans had a 24-0 lead on the road. Normally you'd consider that ball game, but not when Patrick Mahomes is on the other side of the field, as those Chiefs rallied back to win one of 3 times in those playoffs where they trailed by double digits and came back to get the victory. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Out of the gun, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing on third down, Watson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Texans 7, Chiefs nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Off of play action, he'll look to throw.
Left side complete. It's Rose. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
7-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. A gain of 6 there on first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss. An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. This is caught. It's Cooks. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just 1 catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first.
Houston.
They'll run on first down. Moses, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson, off play action. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And all the way down to the 12. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 43 yards.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
He'll get this one down near the 20.
That's that bullshit.
A gain of 32 that time.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He's to the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line.
Fuck, that's that bullshit.
Gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards. Better than 20 here.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Working from the gun.
I knew it, bro. I fucking knew it. Should've stayed right there. Fuck, yo.
Makes the grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Kick makes it through, but flags come
I ain't gonna
flying,
fucking
and
run
it's
the ball.
ruled
This nigga linebacker's
offensive
fast as shit.
contact on. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signal for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try the left side. Moses, he'll have a first down past the 40. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big-time play there for the Texans. 61 yards that time on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden
You know how strong them damn blacks is.
I'm not saying the last you tonight.
They run the counter. Moses. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the
I don't know. I'm playing this damn game, so.
through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 2nd down, Moses. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And they'll go backwards here.
Oh, I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I should have handed it off.
They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Is good.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Rose.
Come on, bro. What the fuck are y'all doing?
16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
You know I should have played. I'm gonna start back playing in the fucking middle.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's going to bowl his way forward.
Man, we deserve tackle. Fuck all that.
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a
What you doing, baby?
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Huh?
Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 40.
No, not in the house, baby. Not in the house.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays.
Not in the house. Go play Fortnite. Go play a game, baby.
In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
A first down run by Jones, not going to work out as he's hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
Oh, fuck out of here, bro.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Screen pass.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10.
My dumbass took the bait. My dumbass took the fucking bait.
As they move this down to the 4-yard line.
versus his own defense. Find the
Guys took the bait.
And put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right.
Cunningham, interception, baby, come on.
They did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, a give to Jones.
It's wrong fucking hole.
Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the
I don't know how this nigga got all these goddamn people, bro.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second
Fuck
quarter.
you get Dante Jackson.
Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. That's caught left side by Cooks.
Get up, nigga!
And they'll get it all the way up.
All that damn time wasted, yo!
The Texans are the first of their timeouts.
That just fucking killed me.
Remaining in this first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, Watson. Watson lost it. Now a timeout taken. That's a chance.
That just fucking killed me, bro. Wasted all that goddamn time.
We'll see. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. The final shot before the break. Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there. But
Goddamn offensive line is fucking
so it's on to
garbage.
halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively.
And now off to the races. Down
Get the fuck!
in for a Kansas City touchdown. Aaron Jones, 83 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. That's in the hands of Isaiah Coulter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Operating from the gun, Watson.
absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
On first down, it's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. They'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete. Of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
After the interception, here's Watson. He finds Randall Cobb with the completion. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Now it's Watson. Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Isaiah Coulter, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Watson. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
This is Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He sets up the screen to Jones. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And he's got some space here. And past the 35. He'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Fucking defense horrible, bro.
And a first down.
And we're seeing the effect that runs
Fucking
like that are
horrible.
starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
At their 48-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Get them in hole!
Taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. And it's third down.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Now Watson throws another interception. Picked by Riley Harrison. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. It is incomplete. Force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch. A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that...
Bro, all I need to do is score a fucking touchdown, bro.
No one was.
That nigga defense is fast. Shit.
Team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16.
You couldn't roll past that fat ass nigga. Come
So
on,
a
man.
nice return of 12 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside.
Yo, he failed! No!
They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
They find some open field here. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own. But oftentimes, you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver.
Really don't want to go for the big box score, yeah.
But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the
And this nigga stays getting hit while throwing the motherfucker, yo.
Positioning and it's picked off. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him.
Oh my God, bruh. Ain't no fucking way this nigga should have all them goddamn players.
So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
18 more yards there and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Watson on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. 42 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
2-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. He's got daylight. The 30. 10. And he will take it out and for a Chiefs touchdown. Aaron Jones saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed Old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
At the 25-yard line. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Off of play action, he'll look to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Watson. His pass caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Texans get a bit closer. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation. Yeah. Now you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Steps away to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On first down, it's Jones. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's get racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go do the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
They'll run it with Jones. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other